Hello. We'll give everyone a second to join. Oh my gosh, people are already here.
Yay.
Hello. Yay. Hello, Monique. Oh gosh, it went away. There we go. Hello, Monique. Hey, Mare. How are you? Hello. Thanks for joining. This is so fun.
Hi, Raylene.
I'm going to post on my Instagram real quick. Let everybody know.
I was going to do the same thing.
Yeah, if y'all want to, whoever wants to post, I'm going to take a picture real quick just to announce. Here we go. I feel like I always look so awkward. I
know. I can't say
Okay, I'm going to smile.
Oh,
okay, that was cute. That worked.
No, I wasn't ready.
Oh no, there's always like a couple people who aren't ready, but I'm gonna go with it. We look cute.
I'm gonna go with it too.
We're gonna go with it. All right. So thank you so much for joining. I'm so excited to have these lovely YouTubers on my channel. I love each and every one of them so much, and their content and their personalities. We're going to go around and introduce ourselves. So, of course, I'm Savannah on Riveting Reads. But when we go around, I want you to say your favorite genre, where you're from, and, of course, your name and channel name. So if Vish could start.
Okay. Hello, I'm Vish from the channel Books with Fee. I am from Australia, and my favorite genre is fantasy, as per usual.
Hi everyone, I'm Andy. I am from Montreal, Canada. My channel is Read by Andy, and my favorite genres, because I have 3, are fantasy, contemporary, and thrillers.
Hey, I'm Jan. My channel is Jan Agaton. It's right there. And I'm from Illinois, and my favorite genre is thrillers.
Ooh, yeah, me too. I'm Caroline. I'm from Georgia, and I think that my favorite genres are thrillers and horror books.
Hi, I'm Sarah from the channel Sarah's Shelves, and I'm from Georgia as well. And my favorite genre is probably thrillers.
Hey everybody, my name is Alicia. I'm from Alicia Guzman, and I feel like I'm still discovering what my favorite genre is. I do read every single genre, but my top 3 would be memoirs, literary fiction, and sci-fi, but I don't think I have a favorite genre yet.
That's a very hard question. I agree. My favorite genre is definitely thrillers, but I am dabbling a lot into horror and some kind of just contemporary literary fiction, not as much as most people, but your dog. Ooh, we should share if we have an animal really quick. We should go around. I have a bunny named Felix.
I have no pets.
Okay.
And it makes me sad.
It should. It really should. No, I'm kidding. I have a cat, and anyone who knows my channel knows that I'm obsessed with my cat. His name is Simba.
No, I don't have any.
Welcome to the club.
I have a dog, Lenny. Oh, sorry.
No, sorry.
Oh, you're good. You're good. What about you, Sarah?
I have 2 cats.
2 cats. And Alicia, of course, has a dog, but how many more animals do you have?
It's a complicated question. So we have 2 dogs. This one's Mia. The other little one that comes on is Riley. We have 3 cats, but 2 of them don't live with us. They're currently with my mom. The one that does live here is Maddie, and then we have our roommate's cat. So we have 2 roommates, and each of them have a cat. So there's a total of 4 animals in the house.
That's so fun. I just want all the animals. I really do.
I love how Mia always looks at the camera, Alicia, when you're filming live. Like,
I'm always
ready.
She's so cute.
I'm always looking down. Also, yes, we have a comment about Alicia's dog per usual. A very, very sweet dog. Also, Monique read No Exit and loved it. Yes, girl.
Oh,
so good. Have all of us read it? Have all of us read it? No? Okay. I think a lot of us.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's so good. You have to read it.
It just came in through Libby for me today, actually. So.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Hello, Kayla.
Hi, Kayla.
Hello, Meredith. Thanks for joining. So many cool people. Oh my gosh, love it. The comments are a little slow loading, so I apologize. Also, Very sweet. I love that. Elisa said she's trying to kick me off the sofa. Yeah, animals do that. My rabbit has this spot on the couch and he gets really mad if anybody sits on it. But it's like, you're like the small dude. Like, deal with it. Charmaine is here. Hello.
Hello.
All right. So we were thinking we'd do 30-minute sprints. Let's just go around again in a circle, or not in a circle. You know what I'm trying to say. Let's go around in the order we did before and share what we're reading. I will start. I am reading Wonderland by Jennifer Hillier or Hillier. I don't know how you say her name. I really don't know. So I apologize. But it's basically about 3 disappearances, and it takes place at a creepy amusement park, and it follows a detective trying to figure out what's going on. So it's been really good so far. I just got a Kindle and I'm loving it. And thanks to Sarah, I got a pop socket and it's very helpful. All right, let's kick it off with it.
Oh, sorry. I'm reading The City of Stairs by Robert Jackson Bennett. I think this is an adult fantasy, and I just need to read this before the live show because I am the co-host.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I need to read it.
Can't have no choice. I'm reading Mistborn by Brandon Sanderson. And yes, Fish. Yes.
I'm reading it
Wait,
as
which one
well.
is that?
The first one.
Oh, that's the Final Empire too. Oh, mine looks so
I'm rereading
tiny
it.
compared to yours. It's a fantasy book. It's a very popular book, and I am trying to transition from YA fantasy to adult fantasy. And I've been recommended Mistborn as a beginners, and I am loving it. It's really, really good. If you like fantasy book, that is.
I'm so behind, and I'm reading ACOTAR for the first time. I'm loving it. I have like a little over 100 pages left, so I'm hoping to finish it today.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that'd be
Fairies,
awesome.
Beauty and the Beast retelling, if y'all didn't know, Court of Thorns and Roses.
Oh, I know.
I'm reading The Passengers by John Mars. It's like a tech thriller about the self-driving cars gone wrong.
I so want to read that book.
Me too. Any John Mars, I really need to read. I
The
haven't read him
one,
yet.
I think I liked the beginning of the one a little bit better, but this one still has. I'm on page like 70 something, so it's had like a strong start.
Good. That's awesome.
I just finished the book I was reading last night, so I don't know what I want to pick up next. So I have like 5 options, so I don't know what I'll pick.
You'll have to report back
Yeah.
after the sprint and let us know.
I similarly just finished 2 of the books that I was reading. So I started 2 others and I'm trying to decide which one I'm loving more right now. So the first one is You Had Me at Hola by Alexis Daria. I'm not big on romance and I'm trying to get more into it. So I might just continue on. But then on Libby, I just got Monday's Not Coming, and it's a mystery thriller. And it sounds really good. It's about this girl who goes missing, and the only one that notices is her best friend. And when she starts asking questions, no one really knows what happened to her. So I might just pick up Monday's Not Coming because I'm just really intrigued by it.
I heard
Very
that one's
cool.
really good. I love Tiffany D.
I have
Jackson.
it on my shelves.
Awesome. All right. I'm just going to bring up a few more comments and then we will start. Hello. Thanks for joining. Also, I don't know. I actually haven't read this series. I know like everyone has, but yeah. So I don't have anything to add. You're reading Starless Sea. Very cool. Ooh, also, Wonderland is on your list. Yes, I recommend it. I'm loving it so far. Oh, I'm so bad at pulling up these comments. Sorry. I love The Final Empire. Cool. Mare is reading Fury Born. Never heard of that.
I think it's a YA fantasy.
It is. That's probably why I haven't heard of it. Kayla is reading The Four Winds. Very cool. Charmaine says, I've heard great things about Monday's Not Coming. Meredith is reading The Invisible Girl by Lisa
I finished
Newell.
that this morning.
Is it good?
Was it good?
Yeah, I liked it.
That's awesome.
It was good. I mean, it was my favorite Lisa Jewell that I've read so far.
I haven't read one by Lisa Jewell, and I don't know why I haven't.
So good.
Yeah.
What should I start with?
I've read The
Probably
Family
that one.
Upstairs,
Yeah.
and Then She Was Gone.
Yeah, Then She Was Gone was really good. I didn't
Okay.
like The Family Upstairs, but
So I should do it.
various opinions on it.
Yeah,
I like that one better,
I tried
actually.
Watching You too, and I wasn't a huge fan of Watching You, but Invisible Girl felt like an elevated Watching You, kind of.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
A more
All right.
underrated one is I Found You.
Oh, yeah. I
read
saw
that
that at
one,
the book club
But
today.
they don't really talk about it much.
Okay. Interesting. All right. So let's start our sprint. Let me just share my screen really quick. Well, let me set the time first. 30 minutes. Oh my gosh, I almost said 30 hours. That would have not been good.
Vish is not going to stay for 30 hours.
30 hours.
Out before that.
That would have been just interesting. Okay. All right, there we go. All right. How is everybody's book going?
Good.
Good.
So good.
How many pages did you guys read?
I read 29.
29. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
I read like 27-ish. I'm sort of reading this book a little slow because there's like a lot of things to remember in it. Like I have a character list and there's 3 missing cases happening at the same time. So there's like so many names that I had to write everything out. So I'm sort of processing it more than when I usually read a book. But
Yeah, I had to decide what I was going to read. And then,
oh yeah,
yeah.
what did you decide on?
Lakewood by Megan Giddings.
Cool. What's the genre for that?
I think it's like sci-fi horror, I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, cool. Nice. Awesome. So I didn't hear how many pages everybody else read.
20.
20.
I read 20. Yeah.
Nice.
22.
It's so like subjective because it depends on the
70.
genre. Okay. It depends on the genre. It like depends on how big the font is. Like I never know what kind of reader I am. It doesn't really matter anyway. But sometimes I'm like, I'm the slowest reader, and then other times I feel like I'm fast. So I don't know. I feel like, how many books do you guys usually read a month on average?
It's like 6 to 10, maybe.
Yeah, me too.
Me too.
Yeah.
See, I can barely get in. I struggle to get to 7, but I guess this month I've been reading a lot more. And I hope that I can read a lot more in general. Wow, okay. 15 pages, very cool. I said wow because 70 pages.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's what I was saying earlier. 55 even? Are you joking?
Yeah, Monique reads
55.
really fast. I'm buddy reading 2
Every
books with her
single-
next month, and she reads really fast. So I'm like,
I know.
That's wild.
Every sprint, she's like, I finished my whole book. I'm like, what? 27, nice. I didn't read it all because my mom called. Yeah, I feel that. My mom calls, and when she calls, she expects me to answer. So I have to drop everything I'm doing and answer my mom. I'm like, hi, I'm reading. She's like, okay, but, and then like goes into whatever she's going into. Well, I have a question for you all, and it's kind of a hard question. Some people know the answer right away, some don't. I'm somebody who does not know my answer to this yet, but my question is, what is your all-time favorite book? I would love to
Addie
hear.
LaRue.
It is? Oh my god.
Addie LaRue. Right next
I
to
still
Looking
need to
for
read it.
Alaska.
Okay. Very cool.
I have an
I have
answer.
Addie on, so I'm going to read it.
You have to. You need to.
Yes. Was
My favorite
Alicia,
book
were you
of
starting
all
to
time?
say something?
Yeah. My favorite book of all time is called Hunger, and it's by Roxane Gay. It's
I
a
read that
wonderful-
one.
I've read that too.
It's
So good.
fantastic. Just the way that she's so raw and vulnerable, it made me cry, but it also made me think. And I love introspective books that are thought provoking, and that was definitely one. And just her being so vulnerable and raw in it was beautiful.
She taught at
That's awesome. I'm writing this
Purdue.
down.
She taught at Purdue for a little bit, and I went to Purdue, and I was like, why wasn't I there?
What? That's amazing.
Mine
What
is
about-
a Court of Mist and Fury.
Cool. I never.
Sorry.
I just
you're
got
good.
it
I
in
was
the
just
mail from a subscriber today. I'm so excited.
It has a lot of personal meaning to me. That's like essentially why it's like a favorite. Obviously, it's like a Court of Mist and Fury. Why is it your favorite book? It's just like I just have personal.
I've
meaning
heard
to
that
it.
a lot. I've heard the second book's the best,
Oh yeah, it is for sure.
which is rare for a series, I feel like.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think for me, I have to give 2 favorite books of all time because I can't review a book that was published recently the same as I review like a classic. So
Yeah.
if it's like a contemporary, like something that's recent, it would be The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. And if it's a classic, it's definitely The Picture of Dorian Gray. And I can't even tell, like, I could never pick like, do I prefer one over the other, because it would be an unfair, comparison to make. So I'm just going with these two.
Cool.
Mine's 3 Women by Lisa Taddeo. All-time favorite book.
Have any of you guys heard of it? I
It's
haven't.
nonfiction. It's really good. I don't typically read nonfiction, but I listen to it on audio, and that's how I would recommend reading it, because it's 3 different narrators for each woman, and it's really good.
Yeah. What about you, Care?
Mine is A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara.
I'm reading that this year, and I'm kind of nervous.
Me too.
Buddy read? Buddy read? Question mark.
I like
Cry together.
Yeah, like you're on FaceTime, just like.
I
want to like jump in that with you guys.
really, I may have to consult you and tell you my feelings as I read it, because I bought it and it's on my shelf, but I'm really nervous because I know it's so sad, and like also means a lot to so many people, that I feel like that with Addie too, only Addie's like not as sad. Like I heard it's sad, but it also, I don't know.
It's difficult to recommend because like it's very traumatizing, but it just changed the way I think about everything, and I don't know, it's my favorite.
I love
read it like. Oh, sorry.
Oh no, you're good. I just love hearing when books change people. I think that's so special.
Mm-hmm.
What were you saying, Sarah?
I tried to read it like 3 times, or I started it 3 times, and I was like, no, I can't do it. No, I can't do it. I'm just like, I don't know.
Is it from the beginning? It's really hard to read.
Well, no. It's just like I don't want to get to that part, and then there's no going back. Like,
I don't have any spoilers. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna go into it. I know it's intense. But I know I can handle it. I'm just nervous. Monique is doing a live show, by the way, on Wednesday, which is really cool, for Black Sun. Michaela is currently reading Addie.
I recommended it to her. I dared her to read it. I was like, read it now.
Alicia loves Black Sun. I haven't read that book.
It's so good.
I'll have to write it down. The House in the Cerulean Sea, Red Rising, also memoirs of Geisha. Is that how you say that?
I think it's Geisha.
Geisha? I always feel so bad. I struggle to pronounce names a lot. So, The Nightingale.
That's a good one too.
I just can't pick one. That's my problem. I can't pick one. I'm so indecisive. Even when I'm making my ratings for books, I struggle to rate books a lot. Do you guys struggle, or do you just immediately know what you're going to rate a book?
I used to, but then I kind of adapted that Cowpile rating system, so it's like very systematic, so it's very easy for me to like rate a book now. But before, definitely very indecisive.
Yeah,
Do you guys do like half stars? Because I try to round it up or down.
I usually round. I just slap a rating on there.
You don't think too hard about it. You're like, I'm just gonna do it. I need to get more like that. I think I need to just make a rating system and put it on my Goodreads so people understand it. I know a lot of people do that, and I think that's awesome.
Well, because it's different for every book. Like,
yeah. It is.
And different for every person as well.
It's hard to like give, I could love a contemporary romance and like want to give it 5 stars, but then like I gave A Little Life 5 stars and they're like not the same.
Right. I
just go with my gut.
For example, I gave The Guest List 5 stars, but I also gave Pretty Girls 5 stars, and I like them for very different reasons. Even though they're both technically thrillers, like The Guest List, I purely just enjoyed reading. Like it was just a blast to read it, but Pretty Girls is a really hard read, and it was like really intense and really disturbing. And so, but I gave them both 5 stars just for very different reasons. So
yeah, usually if it gets a visceral reaction out of me, it's either a 4 or 5, like automatically.
Yeah. People were coming for me because I gave In a Holidays 5 stars, and I was like, sorry, it made me cry. What do you want me to do?
True. I usually don't read just like, well, you guys know I read thrillers, and thrillers don't usually make me cry. But I cried in Anxious People, not a thriller. But I did cry when I read Anxious People, and I was so shocked to cry from a book. I don't know. I cry in movies, but something about when I'm reading, it's a different experience. But that book was just so moving. Page 99, Sarah warned me. She was like, when you get to that page, you're going to cry. And I was like, will I? And then I did.
ACOTAR made me cry. Addie LaRue made me cry. When We Collided by Emery Lord. Have you guys heard of that one? That one makes me cry every time.
I've heard of
If
it.
you think ACOTAR is sad, wait till ACOMAF.
That's what I've heard. That's what everyone's been saying.
You'll have to
I
prepare yourself.
Sobbed at The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I was like
That's
trying
a
to
good one.
read in between my tears, just like streaming down my face. I need to finish this book.
Yeah.
It's a really good book. It's so good. I love this author. I will read every single book that she writes.
She has a
She's
new
coming
book
out with
out.
Malibu
Yeah,
Rising.
she's a new book.
Yes, I'm so excited.
I'm
I
super
got an
excited
art of
too.
it
My most
recently.
anticipated
So
of the year
excited.
for sure.
That's amazing. I don't think I've heard anybody say they haven't liked it, so I feel like I should read it. I don't own it yet, but
Evelyn
I definitely.
Hugo?
Yeah, I think I should. Yeah, Evelyn Hugo. I think I should read it at some point.
That plot twist is like unmatched.
Yes.
I'm a sucker for plot twists,
So
but I'm
Amanda, you
really,
can get it for on Book of the Month for an add-on.
I'm gonna do it because I also have an extra credit just in general.
Yeah.
So
You should read Daisy Jones as well. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
it is. That's awesome. How do I read all the books I want to read? I can't cope. I know everyone feels like that, but I legit have so many books I want to read, and I think about it all day, and I don't want to do anything else.
I know
Every
it stresses
day.
me out.
It's stressful, or you'll make a TBR and then you post it on YouTube, and then you're like, wait, I read like none of these. Like I just
I do that
read.
every month.
I
Yeah.
know. It's so bad. I kind of say now in mine, like, hey guys, I kind of suck at TBRs, but these are the books that sound interesting at the moment.
Yeah, that's why I didn't do
Embrace
TBRs
the
at all.
chaos.
Yeah. I like just watching TBRs to know the books that people are interested in. I don't like hold them accountable,
Yeah, I filmed my first one for February, so we'll see how that goes.
That's exciting. Can't wait to watch it. Also, this book, All But My Life. Have you all heard of that?
I actually have it.
Oh,
Send it to me. I haven't read it, but I'm excited to get to it.
That's amazing. Alicia's on a book buying ban for this whole year.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're going to do that. Like, I trust you, but I couldn't.
I'm trying to do this like read 5 by 1, read 10 by 1.
Yeah, I'm doing like the same thing, but I'm doing it like at 20. So for every 20 books I read, I can buy like 3.
Wow. Also, Monique said, has anybody read any Stephen King books? Yes. I read Pet Cemetery with Alicia. We just did a live show on it, actually.
And I'm currently reading The Stand too, so
Yeah,
slowly
the long
making my way
version.
through it.
I just
Yeah,
finished The Shining with Michaela. I vlogged about it.
I need to
I
read
love
that.
The Shining.
I gave it.
Sarah
no, I'm not
and
gonna
I
spoil
read it. We buddied it. Yeah, I know. I haven't seen your video yet. I loved The Shining, and Sarah and I did a live show on it, and it was really fun. And we watched the movie, and both of us were a little bored. I'm so sorry, Andy. I know it's your favorite movie ever.
You're so. I was like, when is this gonna get good?
I'm still here. You're good. I'm joking.
I'm so sad they
Okay.
took it off of Netflix. I was so excited. but they took
It's
it
hard
down.
to it's
It's
I don't know
just
how to say
different.
it. This director is extremely the director and producer Stanley Kubrick is extremely non-conventional, and there's something that I really enjoy about it. So A Clockwork Orange is also one of my favorite movies. 2001: Space Odyssey, also one of my favorites. I think it's because I read so much about him and what he was trying to do, and he's also a cinematographer, so all of his shots are super symmetrical. I don't know. There's so much about it. But yeah, I love them.
I appreciate the movie a lot, if that makes sense. I love it visually. I absolutely love it. I just think I fell in love with the book version so much, the story in it, that I just felt like not as much was happening in the movie, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's really different, definitely.
Fun
Yeah.
fact: the hotel is actually located here in Portland, Oregon. It's in Mount Hood.
Really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And Sarah saw the hotel in person that it was based off of, right?
Mm-hmm.
What's the name of that one?
The Stanley Hotel.
The Stanley. Yeah,
Mhm.
that's so cool. I would be freaked out to stay in that. I'm not gonna lie. But you weren't, were you?
I mean, you can't really stay there. I think they have events and like weddings and stuff, but you can't like stay
That's
there.
funny. The Shining wedding, you know. Yes. Oh, I responded
okay.
before
So
it showed.
good. It's so good. I was dying laughing at a story time that's in the video. Like I'm
I
dying.
need to watch it. I've been busy all day. It's on my list of things to watch. I have so much to catch up on YouTube. I've been so busy that I have like this long list of videos to catch up on. But also because I like starting a sprint right at like 30 or the hour or an even number, I'm gonna wait 2 minutes. Just letting you guys know.
Sounds good.
Yes.
But thanks for the shout out, Kayla.
Yes.
So sweet.
Yeah. Other Stephen King books. Have any of you never read a Stephen King book?
The Shining was my first one.
Okay. Yeah. Are you
I've
just
never
not
read one.
interested, Vish?
Oh no, I am. I'm probably gonna read The Shining sometime this year, so hopefully I get to it.
Yeah. It's very like his writing style is very unique. It's very wordy. And
I read The Institute like a couple months ago, which is his most recent one, if you don't include the novella that he came out with recently.
Mhm.
It was good.
Yeah.
It's like really strong Stranger Things vibes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I loved it for that. Really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I know a lot of people said it was not exactly like Stranger Things, but it reminded them a lot of it. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy you're saying this. You DNF Misery.
I did too.
I want to read that one.
I hate Misery, guys. I hate it. And everybody comes for me. They're like, "You hate Misery? What's wrong with you?" But I just like didn't care about the book at all. Like when it was so bad. I have strong feelings. Why did you DNF it?
Just I wasn't feeling. I love an isolated setting, but that one was not doing it for me. Like
I know.
I think it was the lack of characters, maybe with like a lack of a setting. Like I don't know.
I know. Yeah, I know. Also,
I
the movie,
think I'll go back to it though. I do
Yeah.
think I'll go back to it. I just wasn't feeling it at the time.
yeah, some of the most disturbing things I've read were in that.
It is disturbing.
Like there was a scene and I was like, oh my gosh, you went there. Of course you did. The movie's good. Yes. Kathy Bates is amazing. Love her in American Horror Story. Lisey, is that how you say it? Lisey's Story is my new Lissy. Again, can't pronounce anything for the life of me. Favorite King. Awesome. Well, let's start. It's 7:30. I'm going to put it for another 30 minutes. How do I do this again? I always forget. There we go. We're good. Gonna reset it. And I'm gonna start. All right. How is everybody doing?
I read about 30 pages that time.
Nice. What about everybody else?
I think that was 20 last time, like 21.
Cool. Are your books getting better or worse or staying the same?
Mine is still
I
good.
don't know.
Mine is getting pretty crazy and I'm really enjoying it. It's a pretty long book. I think it's like 400 pages or something, which is kind of long for like a thriller, but now I'm at 249, so I'm happy about that. Charmaine said groceries just got delivered. We'll join the next sprint. So I think the next sprint will be the last sprint, so we don't go too long tonight. 55 pages, very cool. That's awesome. I'm always just so impressed. Edited a bit of a video and read about 30 pages. Wow, that's
Nice.
Productive. Very cool.
Productive, yeah.
I know, I'm very impressed by that.
I had to pee at the beginning, so
Yeah,
that's why I left.
yeah, me too. I had to
Also
get up.
productive.
Yeah.
I just thought very productive. I agree.
I agree.
I did that as well. So I know all of you have read thrillers, and I wanted to ask what your all-time thriller is so I can get some recommendations of your all-time favorite thrillers.
Mine's The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware.
I own that. I can't wait to read it.
Have you guys read My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing?
I have it, but I haven't read it.
Yeah, I have it.
So good. That one's good. The Last Flight by Julie Clark is good too.
Night. Nice. Why did I say night? I'm typing at the same time, so I struggle.
Mine is kind of, well, it's night film probably. I think people categorize it as horror too, but like
Oh, really?
it's like a thriller. Like I think of it as a thriller, but
I was looking for that today to buy, and I think I didn't find it, and so I'm going to order it because I really want to read that soon.
so
Yeah, I own that book. I actually found it at a half-price book, and it was signed. So I have a signed copy of it.
Oh,
wow.
And I was like, dang! And it was like $8.
Wow.
Half Price
That's
Books is
amazing.
amazing. The one in my town is horrible, though. Like, they don't have anything I'm interested in, which is very sad.
Katie Colson said, do you guys know Katie? I know some of you guys love Katie. Yeah, she said someone threatened to blow up the place last week when she went. I was like, and she's like,
she
yeah,
was there?
She's like, I still bought my books though. I was like,
Oh, girl, no. That's scary.
Wow.
That'd be me. I'm like, I'm not leaving without my books. Like, I need to buy these first. Like,
I found some gems. Like, let me check out.
That's hilarious. I got No Exit there, and I was really excited about it. I also got The Night Swim, and it was like a completely new copy from Book of the Month.
Wow.
Yeah.
that's one of my favorite thrillers. And then probably Lock Every Door. And then
Yes.
I like Home Before Dark better than Lock Every
Me
Door.
too.
Me too.
I like
read
Lock Every Door better.
I listen to Lock Every Door, and usually I don't like audiobooks as much. So
Ooh.
I read Lock Every Door in one sitting, and Home Before Dark took me a couple days. I gave it 4 stars. It wasn't my favorite because it didn't scare me like I thought it would.
It scared me.
Home Before Dark scared me.
It's a picture scene. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, I'm kind of scared.
Oh, yes.
That was
Yeah.
freaky.
For
What
me,
about
it's
you, Alicia?
the,
What's your favorite?
ceiling thing.
You've
The
already
ceiling
read some of my
thing.
favorites.
What'd you say?
You've already read some of my favorites. I'm thinking of Ending Things is one of my
Yeah.
favorites. But one that you haven't read, I think, is The Silent Patient. I really
I
like
own it.
That's a good
I
one.
I
own
was
it.
so
I love
disappointed by that one.
I get
wanted to
that.
love it, and then I was like, I don't know, just the twist just didn't do it for me.
I guessed
Really?
it.
Same.
Everyone was like, this is the plot twist of the century. And I was like, I knew.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Same.
We have another Lock Every Door. Love that book. Oh, another Turn of the Key. Very cool. The Last Flight. Cool. Sharp Objects. I love Sharp Objects. I love all of Gillian Flynn's books, honestly. Yeah. The Silent Patient and Home Before Dark. Loved Home Before Dark.
I didn't
Absolutely
guess
love
The
it.
Silent Patient, so
Really?
I didn't guess it,
Either.
but
yeah.
it just let me down. I don't know. I just had too high of expectations for it, I guess.
It wasn't
Fair.
like the best, but I gave it 4 stars. It was still a good thriller.
I was like, no. Jan is back. It does that sometimes. Actually, I was sprinting with Deja last night and it kicked her out of her own sprint. And I was like, are you okay? I was just sitting there. Yeah. We were just continuing.
I think my new favorite thriller has to be The Guest List. I know you loved it too. I don't know. It's more of a mystery than a thriller, but I really liked it. And I think
loved
Lock
it.
Every Door too. I think I loved Home Before Dark more than Lock Every Door, but I feel like Home Before Dark is more of a horror than a thriller in my mind. So yeah, but they're both amazing. Riley Sager is amazing.
I have a
Have you
question.
read Lucy
I
Foley's
love
other
it.
I haven't
books?
read anything by Riley Sager. Where would y'all recommend to start?
Lock Every Door.
My
I read
first.
Lock
Lock
Every
Every
Door.
Door. I've read all of his books, and I recommend Lock Every Door first.
Okay.
You could either go from like least good to most good. I know it's really like everybody's opinion, or you could do most good and then be disappointed. Because like for me, I was a little disappointed by his first 2 books compared to, because I did Lock Every Door, then Home Before Dark, then I did The Last Time I Lied, and then Final Girls. And so I don't know. I personally like Lock Every Door and Home Before Dark a lot more than his other 2, but
That's
still
what I
they're
hear a lot
all
of
good.
people say.
They're all good. I mean, honestly, I think you would enjoy any of them. His writing just has really improved.
My least favorite of his is The Last Time I Lied. It was not good for me. Like I don't know, but Final Girls, everybody hates that one the most, but I actually really liked it. I actually kind of liked it more than Home Before Dark.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like it because of the trope, but I liked it for the trope. So
Well, I thought
love
it made
the
it
trope.
so like campy, and I feel like Final Girls was more disturbing to me than like any of the other ones too. I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah. Mhm.
I wanted more slasher elements.
More?
Like I would, yes, girl, yes.
And,
I
like,
was
and the last time I lied, just the word latrine, I just wanted to like take a shot every time he said latrine because I would be like shit faced in like 20 minutes. The word
right.
latrine, I will never forget. I want to count next time if I ever reread it how many times he says it.
Yeah, that's funny. You're right. Lock Every Door was my least favorite, but I haven't read Final Girls. The Last Time I Lied is slept on.
Oh.
Nope. Dang, they both said that.
I like The Last Time I Lied the most. Not a huge fan of him, but that was my favorite. Interesting. Huh. We were all confused.
I don't know, because I read Lock Every Door first, and then I read The Last Time I Lied. So then it was like, because Lock Every Door is a 5-star read, and then Last Time I Lied, I think I gave like 3 stars, and then I read Final Girls, and then I read Home Before Dark.
Yeah. I don't know if we answered your question, to be honest. What do you think you'll read first?
Based on what y'all just said, either The Last Time I Lied because it's really popular in the comments, or Lock Every Door. But you know what? It matters because I can't buy any books, so whatever comes through Libby first is what I'll read first. So it doesn't even matter.
Yeah,
That's fair.
that's true. All of his books are so like, oh, I could talk forever about them.
It'll probably be The Last Time I Lied that'll come in first because nobody wants to read it.
Tea. Sarah is dropping the tea. Yeah.
I mean, it's the
like
least
it.
like sought after. I feel like there'd be a long hold list for Home Before Dark and Lock Every Door, especially.
Yeah. Well, you'll have to update us all.
Have you read Lucy Foley's other book, The Hunting Party?
Really?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Apparently, it's really similar, is it?
Nope.
I heard it's very similar.
It's similar. I liked it better than the guest list, but
Really?
that's an
Oh.
unpopular opinion, though. I think.
Yeah.
Really? Why?
Oh, because
I'm sorry. I'm just shocked.
this is why I was shocked that I didn't like Misery, because isolated settings are like number 1 for me. But like if we add snow, I'm just like I'm
fair
sold.
enough.
I'm
I have a
sold.
book for you then. I
What?
just finished an audiobook. It's called Moon of the Crusted Snow, and it takes place in Canada, in Ontario. It's an isolated wilderness on.
Okay, guys,
I'm gonna add it right now.
You read my mind. This is my next question.
Mhm.
Favorite book in an isolated setting?
And then there were none.
Amazing.
Oh
Okay.
yes, I agree with that. And then there were none. That
What was the one
very
you said,
good.
Alicia?
Moon of the Crusted Snow.
I'm adding it.
I've heard of that one before.
I love No Exit.
No
Mine's
Exit and
Yeah.
Guest List is good.
Yeah, I feel like, oh my gosh, you guys like The Hunted? Okay. I've never heard that
feel like-
before.
I felt like the characters in Hunting Party was not the same as the Guest List.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
agree.
story
I
was similar.
I felt like the guest list was way more shocking, but I don't know. I read it first, so.
For me, it was just a character difference. Like the characterization in Guest List was much better in Hunting Party. Just like for me.
Yeah. Any other recommendations for isolated setting books?
Probably.
Have you guys read One by One?
One by one. I'm
Yeah.
so torn on that one.
Yeah, I
I
didn't.
gave
like
it 4
it.
stars. I liked it.
One by
Okay,
one.
good.
A lot of people don't because they do talk a lot about business, but it didn't really take away from the story for me. And there's a lot of perspectives, so it's kind of hard to keep track at
How
times.
many?
But if you
Do you know?
do, I mean, I think there's like 9 perspectives.
I've never read Ruth Ware, so
That was my
Same.
first
Turn
book
of the Key.
by
Same.
her, and I bought all of her other books, so I'm gonna like read all of them. And I don't know if I'm gonna do it in publication order or by like average rating and see like which one I like the best. But
The
The
Dead
one in Cabin
Season.
10 is pretty good too.
I liked
It's
it.
also a very isolated setting. It's, like I really liked it. It's on a cruise ship. And
Yeah.
if you liked Home One by One, there's also An Unwanted Guest by Shari LaPena. It's in a like, lodge kind of thing, but the characters don't know each other. And there's a lot of characters, and I mean the reveal to me was like a bit weak, but like the setting of the book is just really good.
There's
That's
snow.
cool. The Dead Season. I have never heard of that. Oh, she says, oh wait, I meant Death in the Family. Okay, that works.
still never heard of it.
I know. Piranesi? Is that how you
I've
say
heard of
that?
that one. I don't know how to say it.
cool.
But.
Nice. I'm trying
What
to
was
think
the book you mentioned, Andy? Sorry.
yeah.
Yeah,
What was the book you
we almost read it for next month, but
What
another
was
one
the
more.
name of it? The first one
Yeah,
you
what was the
mentioned?
name of it? Sorry.
Oh, was that the Woman in Cabin 10 by Ruth Ware?
Oh, did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it. I really liked it. I like settings that are super atmospheric, and like this is on a cruise ship, like very luxurious. There's a lot of characters. They're all shady. I liked it.
I love that. I own In a Dark, Dark Wood. I think that's the title. And then The Turn of the Key. Those are the ones that interest me the most, just by like the description. But I'm excited. But I know she's a divisive author. Like sometimes people,
I was gonna say everyone has a love-hate relationship with her. I feel like
right, or a love-hate just with her separate books because they're all like, one could be amazing and then the other could be annoying. So, all right.
wait, can I recommend a book I've never read?
If you would like.
House of Leaves.
Oh,
Yeah, I've heard of
I
that.
feel like that would be a really cool isolated setting book.
I love when it has.
March pick for literally Dead Book Club. I'm gonna read it in March.
I've heard that it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love isolated settings and just like just a good atmosphere. I'm a sucker for.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking of Ending Things has a great atmosphere as well, but it's kind of niche. I realize that it's not for everyone. So, any last recommendations before we do our last sprint? Any just book recommendations in general, just anything.
Okay, this is kind of niche too, but I want more people to read it. That way I can
Okay.
get thoughts. And it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a speculative fiction with thriller horror vibes. It's called Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. That was one of my favorite books last year. Please read
Ooh.
it. It's
I
genre
finished
bending.
it.
It's so good.
That sounds really good.
I liked it.
Do you have to
idea
read the whole
last
series, or
year.
can you just read that book?
You can just read that book technically, but it is a series. But you can just read the first one if you want.
Cool. I'd be down for that. Trying to think if I have any like main recommendation that you guys haven't read.
I always blank out.
I know.
My go-tos are just Evelyn Hugo and Addie LaRue.
Yeah, for sure. I loved Lost, which is like the third book in a series. And I read it and I was fine. It's the Lacey Flint series and it's so good. I absolutely loved it. And also Stillhouse Lake. If you have not read it, please, Kara agrees. Everybody who's read it agrees. It's so good. Have you guys heard of it?
Yeah.
It's
What are we talking about?
Stillhouse Lake.
Stillhouse Lake.
Oh.
It's a series, but it's so good. It's about this woman who used to be married to a serial killer and she has 2 kids. And now he's in jail, but she's like running from internet trolls because people are harassing her because they're like, you knew about it when she actually didn't. And it's just so good.
Very
So good. Yeah. All right. Shall we do our last 30-minute sprint?
Sure thing.
Let's do it.
Sounds good. 1 second. Where's my screen? There we go. It's not coming up. Sorry, I just brought my face up. I don't know why it's like acting weird. I'm just gonna
Y'all want to
redo
say hi
this.
to my
I'm
blog before we start?
What do you say?
I want to say hi to my blog.
Oh,
Hello.
hello.
Okay. Thanks.
All right. Sorry, it's like needs to be completely reset. Okay, here we go. right. How was everybody's reading sprint that time?
The same.
Good. Same.
Yeah.
Good. See some comments over here. Dark Celebrations is a really fun horror short story collection. Never heard of that. And then Sarah has a clarification. Riley Sager is one of my favorite authors, and I love all of his books. Just love some way more than others.
Just in case he ever stumbles upon this live show, gotta
Yeah.
my name real quick.
I'm so excited for Survive the Night.
Yeah,
I hope it's a book of the month pick because I want to read it early. Huh?
I don't even know what it's about.
It sounds like it's gonna be like similar to No Exit, kind of.
But they're stuck in a car the whole time. I
Yeah.
think.
Mm-hmm. And I think it's a guy main character this
Yeah.
time, which is different because it's the
Yeah.
first time. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited for that.
He's
I
branching
just
out.
know it comes out on my birthday.
Nice. That's awesome. Yeah, my birthday's June 8th. I hope I read it before then. Like, I hope it's a May book of the month pick.
Mhm.
We'll see. I'm very excited for it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for coming on here and reading and hanging out. It was so fun to spend
Thank
time
you.
with you guys. You're welcome.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for hosting.
Of course.
It was fun.
I don't think it would have been as productive with my reading tonight if it wasn't for the sprint. So thank you.
You're welcome. I feel the same way. I've had like a really long, busy week. And so sprints are so helpful when you're just like needing to tackle some reading. So I'm glad you got through a lot. That's great. Well, I think I'm going to end the broadcast and I hope everybody has a wonderful night. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.